That was a really bad shot by me. That was the hydropneumatic suspension on my tank bucking up. And that was him, me not realize. Lots of people don't realize just how fast this tank is. Oh. Huh. Oh, I suck! What am I actually doing? Wow! That's the biggest fail in... Oh.
Quickybaby is the largest content creator for World of Tanks. He has 678,000 subscribers, and just about every video he posts gets somewhere from 80 to 100,000 views in the first week. And if you give these videos a few months, they're all breaking 100 to maybe 150k, depending on what type of content that is. So Quickybaby is by far no small YouTuber, especially when it comes to the English-speaking community for World of Tanks. And with the fact that the RU server doesn't exist anymore, that makes him the largest English-speaking YouTuber. Obviously, having a lot of followers means that there's going to be a lot of opinions on you when it comes to the internet. And it just so happens that just about every other content creator for World of Tanks doesn't really like Quickybaby all that much. Just typing in Quickybaby skill, we can see Skill42 cosplaying as Quickybaby, making fun of him for 17 minutes, getting 107,000 views. Then you can make your way over to Quickybaby Dekillzor, and you can see videos where Dekillzor's just laughing at Quickybaby failing and missing shots over and over, making fun of his average damage. You can see videos like Kazju making fun of Quickybaby. You can just about find every YouTuber. I mean, Chems has a whole plethora of videos making fun of him. And it seems like Quickybaby kind of is the guy just in the broom closet that everybody beat up and then locked in there. However, is that actually the case? You see, a lot of these content creators try pinning Quickybaby as the unskilled, old player who doesn't really have it anymore. He's not skilled enough to make opinions or reviews, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, in today's video, we're actually going to be taking apart this from an unbiased perspective. I do play World of Tanks, and I've just started getting into it, and I wouldn't say I'm the most skilled player, but I've already managed to 3-mark a couple vehicles, and I'm moving on to getting better at the game. For the most part, I'm already able to average upwards of 3,500 damage, close to 4k in some of my tier 10s, which is pretty good, I'd say, for only having 3,000 battles on my account. You see, the major reason why I've started off pretty strong when it comes to only a couple thousand games is because of the fact that I'm a World of Tanks Blitz content creator. I have 90,000 battles on my account, and coincidentally, 90,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm also the 8th best player in the North America server this month when it comes to win rate and average damage combined, so I think I know a thing or two when it comes to how to play this game. And yes, some of you might say that Blitz is a mobile game and it doesn't require as much this or that and it's different. Well, if you think that, come over to World of Tanks Blitz and see if you can average the same stats. In fact, nowadays, Blitz is growing in popularity where World of Tanks is decreasing. So I'm not going to compare the games directly, but what I will say is that if you're skilled enough to do well in World of Tanks Blitz, you are definitely skilled enough to know the similarities between the games, the mechanics, and a lot of the things that have been copy and pasted over. In fact, a lot of the things like the Type 71 and Vickers Light, which are being added into World of Tanks PC, were in Blitz years ahead of PC getting these vehicles, which is actually quite interesting. So, on the topic of is Quickybaby skilled? Well, I actually believe he is. The thing I always find funny about YouTubers making fun of Quickybaby's skill is that he's actually not that bad of a player. I mean, he's not the best player in the EU server, but he also doesn't claim that he's the best player in the EU server, so that shouldn't be taken at face value. But on the question of is Quickybaby skilled, is he bad at the game? Well, I mean, we can see he averages 3,400 recent W&8. Looking at his tank performances, let's go to his previous 1,000 battles, and let's go specifically to tier 10. He's averaging 3,028 damage with a 62.57% win rate. Now, to be fair, he does have the best equipment, the best crew skills, which is an advantage over average people. And even on my account, I'm averaging more damage than him already in tier 10, even with worse crew skills, worse things here, worse equipment. But to be fair, 3,000 damage is still pretty good. And that's better than 90 to 95% of players when it comes to this game. If we go to overall and we look at tier 10s, we just look at tier 10s that he's been able to mark, right? We can see that he has 3 marked the M48 Patton, 2 marked the Boss Shotgun 25 ton, 3 marked the 140, 3 marked the E5. In fact, if we scroll, we can see that he's 3 marked about probably half, maybe 70% of the tier 10s he has. And he's probably 2 marked an additional 20%. And there's only really a couple vehicles that he's only 1 marked. And to be fair, they don't even have that many games, 88, 76. If he put enough battles on these vehicles, he could probably 2 mark them and maybe 3 marks on them if he actually put in the effort. The thing is, 3 marking means that you're better than 95% of players that have played this vehicle in the previous, 7 days? So, yes, while Quickybaby isn't as skilled as players like DeKillzor, Skill4to, Kazju, at the end of the day, he's not a bad player by any means, and he's still better than 95% of the population of players that play this game, which makes me question why people constantly call him a bad player. Like, yes, he does have some Sussler clips out there where he's made mistakes and he's done this and that, but to be honest, I've played 90,000 battles in World of Tanks Blitz, and I guarantee I've made some mistakes. In World of Tanks PC, trying to 3-mark my Char MLE, which was really painful, I made some mistakes. I've gotten killed instantly from getting spotted, I've shot when I'm not supposed to, and I guarantee that the content creators for PC like Skill4to and all these other guys have made mistakes as well that they try to not show as much to hurt their egos when it comes to their skill. I personally believe the major reason why Quickybaby gets so much hate from the other YouTubers is because they might be jealous about the massive following he has been able to gain throughout the years. And I think there's 2 major reasons why Quickybaby has amassed such a following and these other YouTubers haven't. The first reason is Quickybaby doesn't focus on skillful gameplay. He focuses on informing everybody that plays the game. If you watch DeKillzor or Kazju and you watch a lot of these content creators, for the most part they're posting how to do pro in this tank, how to that, how to this. And Quickybaby just focuses on the general information. And because of that, it's a lot better for his audience because, for example, the new Polish TDs are coming into the game. You won't see videos on Skill or Ayuxin making content on this until they're maybe hours before being added into the game on their press accounts. Quickybaby, he'll make a video months ahead of time. And if I were to sit down and have a conversation with all the YouTubers, I'd still pick Quickybaby because I believe him to be the most knowledgeable on everything in the game. If I were to ask him how much a tank weighs, its top speed, alpha damage, this, that, penetration, I guarantee he knows more than a lot of the other content creators. While he might not be the best, he definitely has some advantages, and I think knowledge is definitely one of them. You also don't see a lot of these other content creators making free-to-play series. You don't see them making as many replays from other people because they don't like to show replays. They think they're so skilled, why show replays from other people? So at the end of the day, I do understand why people make fun of him, and to what I'm aware, he can be pretty egotistical, a bit pretentious, but I think all the other content creators are like that too, to be completely real, so I don't really know what to say. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's that bad at the game. He's better than 95% of the people that play this game, and probably better than a lot of you in the comments. So I don't really think it's fair to make fun of somebody's skill, when in reality, they're still a lot better than whoever is making fun of them, if that's the case. So, I don't know. That's my advice. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Am I wrong? I mean, this is just my 2 cents, and you're fully free to share your opinion. That's the whole point of the internet. But I just figured, I don't know, everybody craps on him, and I just never understood why. Like, yes, if he's not a nice person, I can understand why, but making fun of his skill when he's not bad at the game, it doesn't really make sense. Just call him a douchebag and move on. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.